Hey Glass Gang, thanks for tuning in. Today we're taking a look at what is the new meta for VATS Heavy Gunner. This is the build you'll want to be running if you're soloing Snake or EN06. This is going to be an update to the new meta guide that we posted a month ago that has been reworked to accommodate for the new changes to VATS, including VATS accuracy and luck changes. More on that later in the video. I did also link last night's live streams as we tested these builds on stream last night, where the audience got to watch me re-optimize my Ghoul Heavy Gunner aim down sight build as per the ones I have on the channel and solo EN06 in 57 seconds on my first try, showing that the builds actually only got stronger with these changes to Bulletstorm in the Heavy Gunner class. These aim down sight builds are doing really well right now, especially the Gals Mini and Pepper Shaker. But before we get started, please help promote this video, get out to more people so that they can fix their builds and get back to soloing bosses, and so that you don't have to carry them through the raid. As per usual, our first test is gonna be to start with the Ultra Sight Terror and see how fast it can kill the Snake boss. So it's important to note some things. Over last season, this build could kill the Snake boss in 35 seconds. I don't believe that's going to be the case anymore here because of changes to the VATS system. These weren't the only changes down here, they also changed the HP of the bosses down here, so the raid bosses now have more health points, making them tankier, and it takes more time to kill them. The VATS system has been completely reworked, and so many things factor into your ability to hit your target in VATS. Things like distance, VATS accuracy, weapon recoil, target distance, cone of fire. There's so many things now that play a part in your ability to actually hit the target in VATS, but I am happy to show you that this build is still very strong at killing the Snake boss. Now we're going to take a look at how quickly it can delete EN06, the EN06 Guardian solo test. In order to break down the shield with this build, it's simple. We're not able to target the shield in VATS anymore through the front of EN06, so Orange Cowboy is just firing the heavy gun using bullet shield to get reflect damage and ricochet combined enough to take down the shield. So it's a matter of RNG, and as such it just makes EN06 times a little bit inconsistent because it's gonna matter on how quickly deflect. You're gonna have to stim through all that damage because you're not healing any other way. So using stim packs through all the damage is gonna keep you alive, and spooling up your weapon is all you really need to do to engage bullet shield to take down the shield. And once the shield goes down, it's business as usual. Target the torso and hold your crit meter button down. This can be Y, triangle, or spacebar depending on the platform. And with this build, you'll be critting every other shot, so it's important to hold the button down. You won't be able to spam it fast enough. And that's a 58-second solo EN06 Guardian with a VATS Heavy Gunner build. Now we're going to take a look at weapons and armor and special perk loadout in that order. This is the main weapon that he uses for all the damage with this build. This is the Quad Vital VATS optimized Conductor's Pepper Shaker. It has the Hex Barrel, Plasma Magazine, and Gunner Sight with the Lucky Piece paint. The important thing to note about this weapon is that it has the Hex Barrel, splitting up the projectile count into 8 shots. The way that it's working with Bulletstorm, we found out on stream last night, this weapon can stack Bulletstorm faster than any other weapon in its class. Now this isn't the only perk card that makes the Pepper Shaker far greater than any other weapon in its class, but we'll get into that more once we get to the special perk card loadout. This is the weapon he's using for the shield. So he just uses this and fires into EN06 and stims at the same time, but he doesn't even use it in VATS, so you can ignore the VATS optimized and conductors mod. You don't really need that. The most important thing is having it set with ballistic or shotgun shell because it will cripple the shield faster, and having the crippling mod there also affects crippling with reflect damage on the shield. It's also what he uses to target plate A, which is one of the plates you can use to cripple the Ultra Sight Terror and drop the Terror in the first 10 seconds to get more damage in the first 10 seconds of the fight and stop him from doing his melee strike at you. Crippling the Snake in the first 10 seconds does actually shave off sometimes on your Snake times, especially in groups, because enemies take more damage when they are crippled, and there's no better weapon than crippling with the Pepper Shaker, as we showed in our how to cripple the Snake in 10 seconds upload. So if you wanted to learn more about that and crippling the Snake in the first 10 seconds, I do have that video linked in the description. It still works. They haven't changed anything about the crippling changes. I show different weapons you can use, like different heavy gun, plasma, ballistic, how they work. Check it out, link in description. This is the armor set he's using. It's a full set of troubleshooters plus 2 luck, through hikers, limit breaking, union power armor. And yes, he does use troubleshooters as a ghoul for everything because the only thing that can vibe check you as a ghoul are robots in this game. Robots like the neurological warfare bot bosses, EN06, and imposter sheep squatch to name a few. If you have any questions about the weapons or armor or anything you see in this video and want to ask the Orange Cowboy yourself, you can. He will answer you in the comment section below. And also, if you want to check out our Discord link in the description, he will be doing a full build write-up in our build breakdown section coming later this week in our Discord, so you'll definitely want to join and check it out. If you want to talk to him about it and ask him questions, if you're having difficulty with it, or just want to ask questions, he will be glad to answer you. These are the special perks you'll need to invest in the build. You'll need 10 in strength, 10 perception, 6 endurance, 6 charisma, 4 intelligence, 10 agility, and 10 luck. So Orange actually sent me 2 special perk loadouts for this. This one is the one he was using for the snake, and the only difference is having Downranger on the build, from what I can see, versus having Center Masochist. So Downranger is really for the snake because it helps you do 20% range damage to far enemies, and this way when you're targeting weak points you can do the most amount of DPS to them. Oh, and Orange also mentioned that he swaps Gorilla to Gun Fu for the snake build, so he uses close range damage for EN06 build. That makes sense. And then after the EN06 round, he swaps out Gorilla for Gun Fu and agility, and Center Masochist for Downranger in perception. These are the mutations. He's using Adrenal Reaction Serum, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, and Speed Demon Serum. And since the Orange Cowboy is out delivering pizzas right now, we couldn't get him in for an interview, but he wanted to make sure that I talk about these bullet points, how Bulletstorm is counting per projectile, rather than per ammo count. The shaker is perfect for crippling. It's the best. It was consistently the fastest weapon that I was able to use to cripple the snake boss in the first 10 seconds in my How to Cripple the Snake Boss in 10 Seconds upload. Crouching in VATS is important because that reduces spread on shotguns, which increases VATS accuracy. So that's why he was crouching. I didn't even notice that he was crouching, but he crouches while he's in VAT on the snake, so it reduces spread on shotguns. That's because of the changes to VATS, and that is important for bringing up VATS accuracy. If someone doesn't have a ghoul friend, they can just take 3 points out of charisma and put them into luck. That's a good point. You can always overcap on luck. It definitely won't hurt the build. It'll only help your reflect damage proc a lot sooner. The change to luck means we need a limit breaking. 4 pieces means you need 25 luck. Those are the biggest points, I think. Thank you, the Orange Cowboy. Thank you so much for that. If you have anything else you want to add, Orange, you can add it in the comment section and I'll pin it. And yeah, just don't be shy. Ask us questions about the build. If there's anything I can't answer, I know the Orange Cowboy absolutely will. I do want to give a massive thank you and shout out to the GLASSGANG community who showed love and support on the live stream that we did following the update. It was nice to see everyone. Yeah, let us know if you have any questions and we'll try to answer everyone as best as we can. I'm Miss Glass. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. GG!